Some of us have already set our resolutions. Some of us still don't really know what goals to set for the new year. Here are 7 things that I would recommend every young adult, every teenager, every young person in general should be doing this new year. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to Growing Up Kingdom. My name's Daniel, and I'm so excited that you're here. If you've been looking for a place where you feel like you can be encouraged, where you feel like you can grow in your confidence, this right here is an absolutely great place to do that. We're growing in faith practically, going through practical everyday steps that we can use to grow. And today, I wanted to go through 7 things that I think every young person should be doing this new year. These are really basic things, so we're just going to go ahead and get into them. If you think one stands out, then go ahead and let me know in the comments if you're on a platform that allows comments. The first thing is really plain and simple. It's going to scare some introverts, but the first thing is talk to more people. That's something that not a lot of us have put on our New Year's resolutions, on our New Year's goals, but it's important. Talk to more people. Growth happens in connection. If you want to grow, you can't just sit by yourself and just sit in a room all alone forever. That's not going to work. You got to go out, you got to meet people, you got to interact with people. So, practical steps. How do I do this? I don't know. I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. I feel like I overdo it. I feel like I underdo it. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? All these questions, right? Because it's not that easy. We say, talk to more people, but how do you do it? Say hi. Ask a simple question. Start a small conversation. Pretty simple. I love walking by people. A lot of people around here, they greet each other by saying, how's it going? And I love to answer them because a lot of people aren't expecting an answer. I'll go, hey, doing good, and you? And they'll be like, oh, wow, you actually want to know? And they'll have to come up with something. It just starts a really good, quick conversation. Say hi to someone. If you're walking by them on the street, instead of head down in your phone, look up, nod, hey, how's it going? Simple things. You can interact with other people. It makes life a whole lot better. If you're an introvert, start with some, low-risk people, I guess you could say. People you don't necessarily have to see again if you're worried about making something awkward or uncomfortable. Okay, I personally love talking to flight attendants. Flight attendants have a lot of stories. Now, I know not all of us travel all the time. Not a lot of us travel at all. But if you are someone who travels, maybe you travel for work, maybe you travel for vacation, maybe you're going on a trip, talk to a flight attendant. A lot of them, they've been around the world. They've seen a lot of different things. I love starting a conversation with a flight attendant, just being like, hey, I love asking flight attendants, what's your favorite place you've ever flown to? And a lot of them are really, really happy to just answer. Now, not while they're doing their in-flight service, right? But sometimes I'll get up to the bathroom, I'll walk to the back, and I'll just start up a conversation with them. I've met very shy flight attendants. I've met very extroverted flight attendants. I've met very flirty flight attendants. I've met very fun flight attendants. I've met all sorts of flight attendants. But they all love to chat. Even the shy ones, I've never had one person tell me, nah, I don't want to tell you about my favorite places I've flown to. It's kind of cool. It's just a way to strike up a conversation. Last time I was in a plane, the flight attendants, they were, hey, come sit here. Just come hang out here for a while. And that was awesome. It's those things where you make start a quick conversation, start something, and your life is immediately better because you're getting to know someone else. You're interacting with them. Now, that's kind of low risk because you're probably never ever going to see those people again, right? If you say something awkward, if you say something funny, they don't laugh at the joke, then you don't lose much. It's a fun way to start. It's a fun way to try. All sorts of different people you can get to talk to. You're walking down the street, in school, just greet someone new. Greet someone you wouldn't usually. If you're an extrovert, try to strike up some meaningful conversations that aren't just noise. A lot of extroverts, they just like to talk and 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 talk. I feel like I'm right in the middle. I don't like aimless conversation. I don't mind having a good chat. I love people, love talking to people, but we got to be getting somewhere in the conversation. Make your conversations meaningful. Maybe try to add some value to someone. If you're an extrovert, try to do something a little bit more intentional when you're chatting. All right. Second thing is to be more intentional with friendships. Not all friends are created equal. Some people are better friends than other friends. For me personally, this last year, I've looked at a lot of people with a lot of friends and I've thought, what? Why don't I have that many friends, And I know there's a lot of different factors going on there, but when I stopped to think about it, I was like, yeah, at the same time, I want other people to be inviting me to do stuff. I want other people to be including me, right? But how often do I go and put myself out there? How often do I invite someone else to go hang out for coffee or something? So I'm going to be doing that a whole lot more this year. I'm going to start being more intentional with the people I'm seeing. A lot more intentional with the people I'm hanging out with, a lot more intentional with the people that I spend time with. So there's good people that you want to hang out with more for sure. A lot of people, you want to spend more time around, you want to interact with more, people who add value to your life, people who lift you up, or other people you're adding value to, other people you're lifting up. And then there's some people you just shouldn't be around anymore. If we're being intentional with our friendships this year, you should be asking yourself, does this friendship help me grow in some way? Am I getting some value from this friendship? Am I giving some value from this friendship? You don't have to be getting something from every friendship, no, but are you giving something in that relationship in a good, healthy way? Or is it just holding you back? Is this relationship just holding you back all the time? Because in that case, it might be time to reevaluate who you're spending time with. Boundaries are healthy. They're not mean necessarily. You can set healthy boundaries and be like, nah, this person, they take a little bit too much of my time and it doesn't leave me feeling good. It doesn't leave them feeling good at the end of the day. That's an honest boundary to set. Like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be hanging out as much. You can do that. You can kind of set the rules there. If you don't want someone around who's just constantly gossiping about someone else, set that boundary this year. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. And that's big. Bad company ruins good morals. We see it over and over and over and over again. But sometimes we don't take it seriously. We're like, oh yeah, we're still hanging around people we know aren't good for us. This year, let's take control of our relationships, of who's around us. Let's start being more intentional with the people that we spend time with. And the third thing is taking responsibility for your spiritual growth. Plain and simple. Faith is personal. It's not automatic. So this year, make it a goal to stop relying on your parents, stop relying on your pastors, stop relying on podcasts, even this one, to carry out your faith. You can do that yourself. These are great supplements for sure, but make daily habits. Start reading a verse every day. Start praying more consistently, journaling, or just talking to God. Some people, they think like prayer, is like something else, like, it's got to be this whole routine. No. If you can talk, you can pray. Start talking to God. Start having a conversation with him. Matthew 6:33 says, but seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Now, this doesn't mean like every single thing that you want, but the basics are going to be covered. If you can focus on the kingdom of God more this year, your life is going to reflect that for sure. And the fourth thing is do the thing you've been avoiding. Now, what's that to you? I don't know. It's different for each of us. You got to stop procrastinating. There's no other way to put it. You got to lock in. You got to do what you got to do. Could be school. Maybe you're procrastinating on a lot of projects, waiting till the last minute to get them done because, you work better under pressure. Let's be real about that. Not all of us work under pressure that well. If you took a little bit more time, you could. For being honest, some of us were just lazy. A project, learning some new skill, even a difficult conversation you've been putting off. Lock in and get that done this year. Just start small today. Momentum builds fast. Once you start doing the small things that need to get done, you start getting in a rhythm and you're like, okay, I can actually do this. So think about it. That essay that we haven't started. A lot of us haven't started school yet. But, when you get back into school and you got that essay that's going to be due, don't wait till the last minute to write it. Start planning it out first. Start taking the proper steps so you're not rushing last minute like, I work better under pressure. I can do this. Nah, that side hustle you've been wanting to start, maybe lock in and just start figuring out. That apology, the one you've been waiting to say, and you're like, I don't know. Should I apologize? Should I not apologize? I want them to apologize first. How about we just go ahead and do it this year? Let's get that weight off our chest. The fifth thing is take care of your body. Simple enough. Some of us we put fitness goals on our resolutions, but let's make it consistent. Let's not make that one that just dies in February. I started working out a whole lot more consistently at the end of this year, and I feel so much better. It feels great. I feel more consistent. I feel more disciplined. I feel healthier. I love it. Even small steps matter. Start sleeping. If you've been like running on a sleep deficit, I know I've been for a while. I've been working on catching more sleep because I don't sleep enough. Maybe try to schedule in some more sleep. Get to bed earlier. If you haven't been focusing on your eating, I'm not saying go be a glutton, but if you've been letting your eating, kind of fall off, then maybe start picking that back up again. You don't have to be so busy that you don't eat all the time. If you've got food available, maybe take a break and make it consistent. Let's not just make it something that starts and stops and starts and stops. The consistency is there's a strength. Simple stuff though. It really, 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 really is simple. You don't have to get ready and go to the gym every day. Go for a 10-minute jog. Go for a walk. Do some push-ups, some sit-ups at home. Simple stuff. You can do it. 1 Corinthians 6 talks about how our body's a temple of the Holy Spirit. And if our body really does belong to God, then let's be honoring it like that. Let's be taking care of it. Let's be taking care of it like it's actually important, not just some afterthought. Number 6 is invest in your skills. Now, I'm not saying like go throw a whole bunch of money at the wall for every single thing that you want to do or achieve. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying there's simple, free ways you can invest in your skills. I got a guitar sitting right here next to me. I love playing guitar. I'm not great at it, but I'm way better than I was 5 years ago. Why? Because I invested in it. I took time to sit and watch YouTube videos and learn to play. And I've taught myself. I'm not great by any means, but I'm confident enough. If someone hands me a guitar, I can sit down and just play. I'll play songs, people sing along. It's fun. It's awesome. And that just took an intentional locking in and saying, let's do this. We're going to do this. We're going to run. We're going to figure it out, and we'll go for it. But what skills are there in your life that you're like, man, I wanted to do this, but I haven't had the time this year. I haven't really known about it. Just lock it and do it. Go to YouTube. Google, how do I do this thing? How do I do that? You can learn so many things online these days. Music, coding. You can practice public speaking at home. If you've been wanting to get better at your speaking, I mean, sure, go out and talk to people and join the debate club, but start talking to yourself in the mirror. I'll practice things in the mirror. I'll just look in the mirror and I'll be practicing, getting better at that sort of stuff. If you want to take it a step further, if you have the budget, start getting lessons for different things. Start investing in yourself in that way. Pick one skill this year and focus on it and go for it. And just see how far you come by the end of the year. Keep going though. Don't just drop it by March, April. Keep it going. All right, this is thing 7 right here. Unplug sometimes. That's a scary one. That's a scary one. What do I mean by that? Like, turn the phone off. You don't always have to be watching something. You can't think, create, or grow if you're constantly scrolling. Now, this is coming from someone who doesn't mind watching some reels every once in a while. I'll scroll shorts too. I'm just saying, let's watch how much time we spend on it. We can take some breaks. Go no phone for an hour in a day. You can do it. It's an hour. An hour's not that hard. Go for a walk. Read. Think. Pray. Lots of things you can do. Just put the phone aside for a little bit. Now, I know there's some people, they'll say, you know what? I got to be on my phone all the time. I got to be on my phone all the time. Yeah, I got it. You're a content creator. You're posting things. Yeah, okay. I'm on all sorts of different platforms. I'm all over the place. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. My TikTok's pretty inconsistent. But the point is my screen time on my phone is usually like 2 hours in a day. And I got all that done and more. You can do it. It's once you lock in and you say, you know what, I'm going to just put the phone away for a little bit. You can do it. Clarity and focus come when you disconnect from all the constant noise in the world. You're scrolling stuff, you're hearing people, you just got to get away from it from a little bit. Pray, go for a walk, that sort of stuff. Helps a lot. It's not punishment for being on your phone too long, it's freedom. It's a freedom in saying, you know what, I don't need this, I'm going to put this away, I can do other things for a little bit. That's what we got for today. 7 things we should all start doing this new year. We're talking to people, we're choosing our friends wisely, we're growing spiritually, we're starting what we've been avoiding doing, we're taking care of our body, we're investing in our skills, and we're turning off the phones for a little bit. These aren't rules. They're tools to help us grow in the new year. I hope this has helped you. If this has added any value to you at all, make sure that you go ahead and like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you can on the platform you're listening. And yeah, share it with a friend. If you think a friend needs to hear this, if you've got a friend who isn't quite sure about their goals for the new year, send them this. They might be able to get a couple from here. This year doesn't have to be louder or flashier than last year. I think we can all agree that we want this year to be a little bit better than last year was. So, yeah. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you did, hey, put it in the comment. If you're on a platform that can comment, say, hey, I made it to the end. And let me know what you thought. If you've got any other goals or commitments that you're doing this new year, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.